last time in Genesis chapter 8. This is where the flood subsides. I apologize in advance if you hear any background noise. There's a lot of activity in my neighborhood today, so please forgive any ambient noise. I'll do what I can to remove any of it possible in the post-production of the recording. Now, picking up specifically where we left off, we were talking about the mountains of Ararat, which is where it was believed that the ark settled after the Great Flood. Let's go ahead and get into that right now. But God remembered Noah and all the beasts and all the livestock that were with him in the ark. And God made a wind blow over the earth, and the waters subsided. The fountains of the deep and the windows of heavens were closed. The rain from the heavens was restrained, and the waters receded from the earth continually. At the end of 150 days the waters had abated, and in the 7th month, on the 17th day of the month, the ark came to rest on the mountains of Ararat. And the waters continued to abate until the 10th month. In the 10th month, on the first day of the month, the tops of the mountains were seen. At the end of 40 days, Noah opened the window of the ark that he had made and sent forth a raven. It went to and fro until the waters were dried up from the earth. Then he sent forth a dove from him to see if the waters had subsided from the face of the ground. But the dove found no place to set her foot, and she returned to him at the ark, for the waters were still on the face of the whole earth. So he put out his hand and took her and brought her into the ark with him. He waited for another 7 days, and again sent forth the dove out of the ark. And the dove came back to him in the evening, and behold, in her mouth was a freshly plucked olive leaf. So Noah knew that the waters had subsided from the earth. Then he waited another 7 days, and sent forth the dove, and she did not return to him any more. In the 601st year, in the first month, the first day of the month, the waters were dried off of the earth. And Noah removed the covering of the ark and looked, and behold, the face of the ground was dry. In the 2nd month, on the 27th day of the month, the earth had dried out. Then God said to Noah, "Go out from the ark, you and your wife, and you and your sons' wives with you. Bring out with you every living thing that is with you of all flesh, birds and animals, and every creeping thing that creeps on the earth, that they may swarm on the earth, and be fruitful and multiply on the earth." So Noah went out, and his sons and his wife and his sons' wives with him, every beast, every creeping thing, and every bird. Everything that moves on the earth went out by families from the ark. God's covenant with Noah. Then Noah built an altar to the Lord and took some of every clean animal and some of every clean bird and offered burnt offerings on the altar. And when the Lord smelled the pleasing aroma, the Lord said in his heart, "I will never again curse the ground because of man, for the intention of man's heart is evil from his youth. Neither will I ever strike down every living creature as I have done. While the earth remains, seed time and harvest, cold and heat, summer and winter, day and night, they shall not cease." And God blessed Noah and his sons and said to them, "Be fruitful and multiply, and fill the earth. The fear of you and the dread of you shall be upon every beast of the earth, and upon every bird of the heavens, upon everything that creeps on the ground, and all the fish of the sea. Into your hand they are delivered. Every living, moving thing shall be food for you. And as I gave you the green plants, I give you everything. But you shall not eat flesh with its life, that is, its blood. And for your lifeblood I will require a reckoning. From every beast I shall require it, and from man, from his fellow man I will require a reckoning from the life of man. Whoever sheds the blood of man, by man shall his blood be shed. For God made man in his own image. And you, be fruitful and multiply, increase greatly on the earth and multiply in it." Then God said to Noah and his sons with him, "Behold, I establish my covenant with you and your offspring after you, and with every living creature that is with you, the birds, the livestock, and every beast of the as many as come out of the ark, is for every beast of the earth. I establish my covenant with you, that never again shall all flesh be cut off by the waters of the flood, and never again shall there be a flood to destroy the earth. And God said, This is the sign of the covenant that I make between me and you, and every living creature that is with you, for all generations. I have set my bow in the cloud, or rainbow, and it shall be a sign of the covenant between me and the earth. When I bring clouds over the earth, and the bow is seen in the clouds, I will remember my covenant that is between me and you and every living creature of all flesh. And the water shall never again become a flood to destroy all flesh. When the bow is in the clouds, I will see it, and remember the everlasting covenant between God and every living creature of all flesh that is on the earth. God said to Noah, This is the sign of the covenant that I have established between me and all flesh that is on the earth. Noah's descendants. The sons of Noah who went forth from the ark were Shem, Ham, and Japheth. Ham was the father of Canaan. These three were the sons of Noah, and from these the people of the whole earth were dispersed. Noah began to be a man of the soil, and he planted a vineyard. He drank of the wine and became drunk and lay uncovered in his tent. And Ham, the father of Canaan, saw the nakedness of his father, and told his two brothers outside. Then Shem and Japheth took a garment, laid it on both of their shoulders, and walked backward to cover the nakedness of their father. Their faces were turned backward, and they did not see their father's nakedness. When Noah awoke from his wine and knew that his youngest son had done this to him, he said, Cursed be Canaan, a servant of servants shall he be to his brothers. He also said, Blessed be the Lord, the God of Shem, and let Canaan be his servant. May God enlarge Japheth, and let him dwell in the tents of Shem, and let Canaan be his servant. After the flood, Noah lived 350 years. All of the days of Noah were 950 years, and he died. We'll go ahead and continue today with a bonus chapter. Chapter 10. Nations descended from Noah. These are the nations of the sons of Noah, Shem, Ham, and Japheth. Sons were born to them after the flood. The sons of Japheth, Gomer, Magog, Madai, Javan, Tubal, Meshach, and Tiras. The sons of Gomer, Ashkenaz, Riphath, and Togarmah. The sons of Javan, Elisha, Tarshish, Kittim, and Dodanim. From these the coastland peoples spread in their lands, each with his own language, by their clans and their nations. The sons of Ham, Cush, Egypt, Put, and Canaan. The sons of Cush, Seba, Havilah, Sabta, Rama, and Sabteka. The sons of Rama, Sheba, and Dedan. Cush fathered Nimrod. He was the first on earth to be a mighty man. He was a mighty hunter before the Lord. Therefore it is said, like Nimrod, a mighty hunter before the Lord. This is just so funny given our current interpretation of the name Nimrod and its original meaning and intent. Picking up in verse 10, the beginning of his kingdom was Babel, Erech, Akkad, and Calneh, in the land of Shinar. From that land he went into Assyria and built Nineveh, Rehoboth-ir, Calah, and Resen between Nineveh and Calah, that is the great city. Egypt fathered Ludim, Anamim, Lehabim, Naphtulim, Pathrusim, Casluhim, from whom the Philistines came, and Caphtorim. Canaan fathered Sidon, his firstborn, and Hereth, and the Jebusites, the Amorites, the Girgashites, the Hivites, the Arkites, the Sinites, the Arvadites, the Zemarites, and the Hamathites. Afterwards the clans of the Canaanites dispersed, and the territory of the Canaanites extended from Sidon in the direction of Gerar as far as Gaza, and in the direction of Sodom, Gomorrah, Admah, and Zeboim as far as Lasha. Interesting, given what we'll hear about Sodom and Gomorrah later. These are the sons of Ham, by their clans, their languages, their lands, and their nations. To Shem also, the father of all the children of Eber, much more often later in the Bible, like Egypt and Canaan. There's even Gaza, Sodom, Gomorrah. These other names that we'll become acutely familiar with as we continue our reading through the Old Testament. Hopefully you all come to enjoy the fact that we have these nice maps in here. I think that they're a unique gift that's not included in your standard Bible. And as you can see here, we've got a map of probably southeastern Europe here, starting out with what is modern-day Turkey here, extending into Saudi Arabia, Egypt, modern-day Egypt over here. And they do a nice job of showing where some of these sons and the lineages that are detailed, where they ended up settling, like Magog here, or, let's see, Javan, obviously Egypt, and then quite a few settled here. Canaan becomes a pivotal part in being the promised land for the Israelite people post-Exodus. Nimrod over here. And then we have an even closer look, close up, of southwest Arabia, where it looks like, without certainty, we could say maybe Havilah, Uzal, Hazarmaveth, or there. And we've got, of course, the very famous Red Sea included over here. And in case there's any question about distances, we have this helpful scale. And as indicated earlier, the three sons of Noah, Ham, Shem, and Japheth. And we kind of see it divided out, which son was which, these being the descendants of Ham, the blue bracketed being the sons of Shem, and the kind of red bracketed being the sons of Japheth. And it was spoken in Noah's, I guess you could call it a curse or his exclamation, that the curse of Ham would cause his sons to serve Shem and Japheth. So it'll be interesting to keep tabs and see how that plays out in our future readings. In the meantime, I really appreciate you all taking the time to listen to God's Word as I read it. As always, please leave a comment if there's something that's of interest that you like. I'm open to constructive criticism as well, if there's something you'd like to see more of. I'd really appreciate any subscription that you might give to this channel. It incentivizes me to continue doing it. At the end of the day, I want this to be something that's a source of encouragement and relaxation to people. And really, I imagine I would do it even without subscriptions. I mean, that's how I'm doing it right now. But it would be affirming to a certain extent if people who enjoy it would let me know. Give a subscribe, a like, or even a review. Thank you again for joining, and have a great rest of your day.